Hello, everyone. Did you miss me? Some of you probably didn't even know I was gone, but I did take a little hiatus, which I told you about, for Christmas. And I was thinking Christmas and New Year's Day both happen to be on Mondays, which I guess makes sense if they're a week apart, right? Am I making any sense? Anyway, so I took Christmas off, and then this morning I was like, I probably should have told them I would post the day after New Year's, but I did not. I'm a little all over the place because this week's episode is different. I have my first guest on. Not guest on like on Beauty and the Beast. I had my first guest on the podcast. So it's my friend Katherine, and I figured it would be a good episode to have her on because it's going to be like our year-end review of our favorite shows and movies and just kind of stuff we liked over the last year, which I really hate choosing favorites. I hate when people are like, who's your favorite artist? Or what's your favorite movie? I'm like, I don't know. I can't choose one. I mean, sure, there's probably some that I like more than others, or I'll watch more than others, or listen to, but it's just so hard because there's so much good content out there. You can't just choose one. So it's kind of like a list of things that we've consumed the most over the last year. And I realized I was like writing my list, I didn't watch that much TV. I did watch Severance on Apple TV, but that came out in 2022. And we were only doing things from 2023, so I couldn't add that. But that show is amazing. If you haven't seen it, it is like, it makes your brain work. And I hate to say it, I hate to be one of those people that's like, you have to get past the first few episodes, but you really do. But after that, it's so good. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of mind-blowing. The premise is you go to work and they implant a chip in you, I guess, is what that's called severed, is what they do to you. So you go to work and you completely forget about your outside world. Like you step in the elevator and go down and you're in your work world and all you know is what happens at work. And then when you leave the office and go up the elevator, you forget everything that happened at work and you don't know anything inside the building and you're back to your normal life. And it's just really interesting. It's an interesting concept. It's kind of like I don't know, in a way, like how billionaires are trying to enforce AI on us. Like, yeah, it's just like their way of controlling more of the population. So it's really interesting. I don't know why I'm talking about that show specifically, but I just realized I just watch like reality shows and stuff like that. So, which is fine, but there's so many other shows out there to watch. And when I was going through the movie list this year, I was like, there's a lot of movies that came out this year. And I saw someone's TikTok and they're like, I watched 75 movies this year and here are my top picks. I'm like, 75? 75 movies came out this year? That's crazy, especially with that strike. So I wonder if that's like an abnormal amount of movies to come out or regular or less because of the strike. I don't know, but all I know is I need to step it up and I will. But yeah. So we recorded this this is after Katherine and Dolan have gone home. This is the next day, New Year's Day, January 1st. It's my stepdad's birthday today. So I'm kind of doing like a pre-intro, I guess you could say, to this. I was planning on having it out first thing this morning, but I'm like, most people aren't even going to listen to it today. So I'll still post it today. So I'll still be consistent with my Monday postings, but it just won't be in the morning. And then that way, when everything starts resuming tomorrow, like the world goes back to normal, you guys can have a new episode. So I hope you enjoy our top picks, but I kind of wanted to go over 2023. It's been a really great year for me. I started to get healthier. in like the middle of 2022, I would say. I just started eating better slowly. I started eating like more meat and more food with like healthy fat in it, so I'd have more energy. I got a new gym membership. There's a gym that opened up kind of down the road from work, and one of the perks for signing up before it opened was I think I got half off a membership. I can't remember. They just upped it, like everybody else has upped everything. But a trainer is half off too, for as long as I use it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do that just because they'll tell me like the technique, and they'll know so much more than me, and I won't have to YouTube everything and try and remember it. And you just feel subconscious when you don't know what you're doing at the gym. And I think that was a really big part of why I never went. So I just like would just do cardio, which is fine. I love cardio, but if you really want to see results, you gotta, lift weights and do that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So by the time 2023 rolled around, I was on a pretty good track. And I had already like planned trips in advance. And so like 2023, just like everything hit at once, and it was a really busy year. And thanks to American Express, I was able to do all of it. It's not sponsored. I actually owe them a lot of money, but that is a 2024 problem, and I am handling it as we speak. So, as good as this year was, it actually was very sad too, because I lost my grandma. She died on the 4th of July, and it was really bittersweet because she was actually on hospice for a few months before that. Her body, she had diabetes. She called it diabetes. um, and she just really didn't take care of herself towards the end of her life. And I think it eventually caught up with her. She did really well until 2021. She worked full time. She was like 83 at that point, I think. And she got COVID at the end of that year. And she just never really pulled out of it. Actually, she had to go to the hospital, actually. And she had a hard time breathing. And then we ended up being able to take her home. And she had home health nurses come. And she just never really was the same. She was always tired. And then that's when we found out her body wasn't producing any blood anymore. So she had to start getting blood transfusions. And at first it was just once every like 6 months. And then it got down to once every like 4, and then 2. And then it was basically like every other week. And so at that point, she kind of turned to us and said, I'm so sick of getting poked and prodded. I'm just done. And that's really hard to hear, especially from someone who's been in your life forever. She was like one of my earliest memories. And we've always had this really special bond. I've lived with her. She's just the best. She was everyone's grandma. She worried about everyone, wanted everyone to be fed. She was one of those grandmas that thought you were starving to death all the time. So she decided to go on hospice in, I think, like May. And she's actually doing really well. Yeah, anyway, I don't really want to dwell on that, but I just, losing her was really hard, but it was also, like, she just was in so much pain at the end, and she just was so miserable, and she wanted to go. She just kept telling me she's so excited to see her family and see her grandpa and do all this stuff. So as sad as it was, and we knew it was coming, it kind of was a shock because I talked to her the night before and she seemed so, chipper and happy. And anyway, so it was a bittersweet year for sure. And I miss her a lot every day. And yeah, so it's hard, but this year also had a lot of good things. I got to go to 2 Taylor Swift concerts. I got to go see Katy Perry again for the 3rd time. I got to see Beyonce. I saw BB Rexa. I went on a cruise to Alaska. I went to Canada. I went to Seattle twice. Well, 3 times, but one of them was just the airport. And according to my cousin Jessica, she says that doesn't count. So I went to Ireland just recently. That was amazing. I guess you could say I went to the UK because Northern Ireland is part of the UK, and I went to Amsterdam. I went on my first international flight, which was absolutely miserable. The flight over there wasn't that bad, but the flight home, I was just, oh, if you're tall and you have to ride on an airplane, especially in economy, I feel for you. It is so miserable. It is so, actually, it's rude. It's so rude how much they cram people in those planes. Like, for 10 hours, really? Like that, and they make it so inconvenient for you to like have to get up and go use the bathroom. So like I don't drink any fluid the entire time because I don't want to have to go to the bathroom and like interrupt people. Um, yeah. So airlines do better. And I think I've already told you this, but a first class flight was $4,000 and one of those pods was 7,000. So, there's money out there and I'm going to find it because if people can pay for stuff like that and not bat an eye, then I'm doing something wrong. So I need to step it up. Um, what else? I went to Oklahoma again. I took a road trip out there to haul some horses for my mom and my nieces and nephews, or niece and nephews. What else did I do? I know I'm forgetting something. I just did a lot. I had a summer fling, which was really fun. I Don't ask me about it because I won't tell you. I'll just tell you what happened. Um, so there's just a lot of good things that happened this year, and I felt good physically. Yeah, it was just for like I don't know, 3 years, 4 years, I did not like taking pictures of myself. It was like pulling teeth to get me to take pictures because I just hated how I looked. I did not like how I looked. I knew I was miserable. I knew I'd gained a bunch of weight. Um, and I just didn't feel comfortable. And so this year was different. I felt comfortable, taking pictures and being more open on social media, which I think this year I'll be more. But yeah, I just feel like I'm returning to Saturn, as they would say, from 27 to 30, I guess, is where you kind of either figure out your life or you don't. You kind of accept what's happened. I'm not sure the exact terminology, so if you're sitting there screaming like you're saying all this wrong, you're probably right. But um, yeah, I feel like I've kind of taken the reins of my life and I'm headed in a good direction. And I'm excited. Yeah, I guess I should say I started a podcast, which I've been thinking about for a few years. And the number one thing I think about every time I record or anything, I think, why didn't I start this sooner? I should have started this sooner. It's because it's fun. I enjoy it. And it's like, now the podcast space is so saturated, which is fine because like I feel like every industry is saturated at this point. So I just have to work hard and get to a point where I, hopefully can start making some money, and just because I feel like I found what I should be doing, and that's really exciting to me. And yeah, so this year's been good. This year's been sad. It's been exciting and thrilling, and yeah, it's been a good year, I will say. But yeah, so now that I've said all that, I guess should I say what I'm gonna do in 2024 or what I hope to accomplish? I was thinking about this, and I kind of want to just stay doing what I'm doing, just kind of tweak it a little bit, and you know, focus. What's that book, Atomic Habits? I've never read it. I started to, just like I've started several other books. But you guys, by the time I sit down and read, I am so tired and I just fall asleep. And I want to get to a point where I am able to read, like just in the middle of the day, just sit down and read a book. But at this point, that's not possible. But I do know, like, the premise of that book is to get like focus on the little things, like how can I improve my life by 1% today, or in a certain area, how can I improve this by 1%? How can I improve this by 1%? And then eventually it adds up to a big shift or change or something. So, sorry, my stupid voice. Yeah, I just want to stay kind of doing what I'm doing, but be more disciplined, be better at it, just be a little more committed. And for social media, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm going to be that cringy person. You can talk about it behind my back with your friends if you want, but I got to start getting some views. I got to start getting some followers. So if I had a nice body right now, I would be half naked on TikTok all the time, but I don't yet, and that's fine. I will, but yeah, I gotta get those views. I gotta get those. I just posted a TikTok of my ins and outs. It's kind of like a trend or thing that's going on right now. You like have a picture of yourself and then have a list of what you think is in for yourself this year and what you want to be out this year, like what you don't want to deal with. One of mine on my outs list is charcuterie boards. I think they are horrible, absolutely horrible. So just remember, if you invite me anywhere and there's a charcuterie board and that's only food, I will be leaving. I will leave. Just kidding. I just won't eat. And my grandma will be very upset with you because I will not be eating. And anyway, yeah, I guess post on social media more. I want to start doing podcast episodes, not just weekly gossip, which I like, but I think it's getting repetitive. I want to do more like kind of like what I did with Mean Girls, the Mean Girls episode. Just like behind the scenes of movies, maybe albums, specific famous people. But yeah, I also want to say how much I appreciate everyone who messages me, or when I see them in person, they're like, I listen to your podcast. Like, it means so much when I hear that. Like, the fact that someone takes the time out of their day to listen to my podcast, even if it's in the background, even if they're not really fully paying attention. It's funny how many people will say stuff to me about like my podcast, and I'm like, oh, what's that from? They're like, you said it. You said it in your podcast. I'm like, oh, sorry. But yeah, even if you just have it on low in the background or on mute even, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the input. I appreciate everyone that reaches out to me. It was really, really, really cool to see my name on the Spotify Wrapped list of people's top podcasts, especially since I've only been out since August. So that was really cool. Yeah. So I'm just really appreciative. I'm very grateful, and I'm looking forward to this growing slowly. I don't want it to get too big too quickly. I think that overwhelms a lot of people. You see a lot of businesses, a lot of people online that happens to, and they kind of don't know how to handle it. So I just have to be in it for the long game, and I have to put that in my mind, and that's okay, because that's what I want. I want a slow growth and just be able to learn along the way. You know what I mean? I don't want to get overwhelmed, because it's very easy to get overwhelmed, I think. But yeah, so without further ado, here is my very first guest on the very first podcast of the new year. We're on I think this is episode 19. And it was fun. The audio probably will sound a little harsh, I guess. I tried to borrow a microphone from my cousins, but I couldn't get both of them to work at the same time. So we just used my one microphone, and I guess it works better than I thought. So I was like, okay, we'll have to sit close. I turned like the volume all the way up, and it's pretty loud. So I kind of tried to turn it down. But you know what? That's just how it is. You got to learn along the way, and that's what I'm doing. But it was fun to sit down with Katherine, because we're obviously best friends and we hang out all the time. We text basically every single day, and I think there was one day we didn't text, and she texted me and was like, we didn't even text one time today. Are we drifting apart or something? And I was like, no, we're not, but that's really sad, because we used to text, like, we'll just, like, we won't even say hi anymore. We'll just, like, send random questions, or, like, just say random things to each other, and that's just how it goes. It's like a never-ending conversation, and we'll talk on iMessage, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter. I know Twitter was on my out list, but it's going to be really hard until Threads starts picking it up, because there's a lot of information I get from Twitter. I just don't really like supporting that evil man that owns it now. So right now I get a lot of information there, but I'm trying to get it from other places. So, but yeah, it was fun to sit down with her because we've been to 4 concerts together. They're pretty big concerts, and her Dalton is her boyfriend and my friend. But he's been really helpful with this podcast. He's the one that does all of the like the videos I post every week, and he has a really cool one coming out for this episode. I'm excited. We kind of came up with a new idea. But yeah, so it was fun to sit down with her because I feel like her and I are pretty similar, but we do have different views on like what we like to listen to. So it was nice that, because we didn't see each other's lists, I was like, I want to keep it a surprise. And so when I would read mine, she would read hers, and we really only had a few similarities. And she's like, I feel like it won't match up with your, I don't what am I trying to say? Like my style of the podcast. And I'm like, well, that's why I want other people on, because some people like the stuff that you like. And I'm not saying I don't like the stuff you like. It's just not really my thing. So it was just cool to see a different perspective of stuff. But yeah, anyway, here we go. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you had a great holiday. And thank you again for listening. And I hope 2024 is everything you need it to be. Hello. You're currently on the phone with KCK. Yep, that's me. Is that Northwest?
Mm-hmm. That's a good one, right?
I forgot about that one. Okay. I guess I have to introduce you. Hello, everyone. It's so awkward because there's like no one here. I'm always like, this is my first words of the day sometimes. And I was like...
Clearing your throat.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. Okay, now say hi.
Hi, guys.
This is Katherine.
Yep.
Am I the only one that calls you Katherine? Dalton calls you Katherine every now and then.
Dalton calls me Katherine. Usually when he's mad at me.
Catherine Jane. What's your middle name?
Angelica.
Angelica?
This on the podcast?
I never knew that. Okay.
Anyways.
Okay. Hello, Katherine Angelica Houston Cruz. Do you even know who Angelica Houston is?
Yeah, she played in Addams Family, didn't she?
Yeah, she was Morticia.
Yeah.
She was also the evil principal on Daddy Daycare.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so random.
Her most famous role.
We're not going to get very far, are we?
Okay, everyone. We'll talk about how Katherine and I met first. Okay, so Katherine and I went to high school together, but she was in the skater club. She hung out with the skater people.
It's
Am
true.
I wrong?
No, I don't know. I was kind of just friends with like my boyfriend, and that's it.
Your boyfriend in the skater club?
Yeah. I don't know. Were they all skaters?
Wait, I guess I shouldn't say people's names on your...
I know.
Anyway, we didn't hang out in high school or after until 2017?
What year? 2016?
No.
17.
17, because I moved from there and you guys moved up when I moved. Anyway, I was going to a JoJo concert. JoJo, what's her last name?
It's not JoJo Siwa.
No, it's not JoJo Siwa. It's a little too late girl, you know.
From Aquamarine.
Oh, Aquamarine and RV. And I had tickets to her. And didn't have anyone to go with me because I had no friends at that point. And I called Katherine. We must have done something recently.
Yeah, I think you were at my house. You had come over with some people.
Yeah. And then she said yes. So we went to JoJo together. And I think that's still my photo on my iPhone of us two at JoJo. And then we made macrame.
I still have mine.
I was going to say, I just found out I threw mine away. I just don't like stuff, you guys.
As we sit in a room with probably 1,000 magazines.
Yeah, I don't know why I threw it away, honestly. Mine was ugly. Mine looked like DNA strands. Yours actually looked good.
We were learning.
Yeah. So anyways, Catherine is the friend that you always see me with at concerts. And probably a lot of places.
Yeah.
We go, yeah.
We're like each other's only friends. Well, he's my only friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have more friends now thanks to Jackson. If I didn't have Jackson as a friend, I probably wouldn't have hardly any friends at all.
Maybe I'll have to start hanging out with Jackson.
Yeah, so thanks, Jackson.
Thanks, Jackson.
And you can start tonight. It's New Year's Eve as we speak. And Catherine is invited to a party, but
Jackson's really stressed that a lot of people are going to show up.
So she's being kind and not
I'm
going.
taking one for the team and staying home.
Catherine and Dalton are... I need that, Dalton. Have you seen how dirty my computer is? Where did you get... Not right now, but where did you get that?
It came with...
Best Buy.
Yeah, Best Buy. Bought some cleaning wipes.
Oh, nice. Okay, as you can tell, my computer's like all dusty, and
It's like
Dalton's over there
smudged.
polishing his with a
His
rag.
brand new laptop. It's like already clean.
Anyway, I forgot what we were talking about, but...
Jackson.
Oh, no, you and Dalton don't really like to go out much, which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't go out as much as I used to. But it is New Year's Eve, and it doesn't feel like it. It's like 50 degrees outside. Anyway, Catherine and I had a big year.
We did.
Last year, we tried to buy Taylor Swift. Well, when did you text me and say... You said... Well, this is going to be years ago. I thought you were looking it up. I'm like, you're never going to find this. She texted me one day, and she's like, hey, guess what? I was like, what? And she's like, I like Taylor Swift now. It was when you lived in St. George still.
Yeah, it was probably like 2019. It's whenever Lover came out, so 2019.
2019 is when Lover came out. Anyway, because before that, she didn't really like her. I think you were indifferent to her.
Yeah, I did not like her. I just never listened to her. And then
Yeah.
it all changed.
It all changed with Lover.
I kind of wish I never did. I'd have a lot more money.
But the memories.
Yes.
So anyway, then when Taylor announced she was going on tour, we stupidly thought we could get tickets pretty easy. I was going to buy like 6 tickets.
We were like, what city do we want to
Yeah,
go to?
we were just like choosing our vacation. Little do we know that was not going to happen. And we sat on the computer for
Probably 8 hours.
8 hours, each of us. Mm-hmm. And we finally, you could tell in our voices, we were just defeated by the end of the day because we didn't get any. I think we were being too picky though.
Yeah.
Which is fine because it worked out in our favor. Because then a month later, we got an email. I got one and Catherine got one. I got one to Vegas. You got one to Seattle for another chance to get tickets. They said Taylor and her team want you guys to have one more chance to get tickets. So choose your price bracket. So we chose the highest one, which people think we paid like thousands and thousands of dollars for those tickets. We didn't. The highest tax bracket, the highest bracket we could have chose was $500.
Yeah.
And so we obviously chose that. And then they choose your seat. Like we couldn't choose anything after that. And I remember I woke. It was on your birthday last year. I took a nap because it was at my family party that night, and I woke up to an email saying congratulations, and American Express notification the tickets went through, and I'm like, were they $500 each? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway,
show.
so I got 8. Well, it was 8th row technically, but we were really 4th row because it was
Yeah.
where the point of the stage was. So we were still really close, and she came up to that part quite a bit. And that was like this. That was the second show. Well, the third, I guess. She did 2.
The second stop.
Yeah.
Because she went to Phoenix.
Yeah, so we did Las Vegas first in March, and then Catherine got first row tickets in Seattle.
And that was awesome.
That was unbelievable. She literally winked at us. She like waved.
So many times.
Yeah.
Like, we're not delusional.
No, this actually happened. Which is funny because the night before we went to a parking garage at a hotel, and we could see through like the cracks of this screen and like the seats and the we could see the screen though, right?
Yeah,
of her performing. So we watched it the night before, and then the next night we actually got to go to the I actually have a very artistic TikTok about it. So you should go check out my TikTok.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah. So now we've been to 4 concerts together this year. We did Taylor twice, Katy Perry, and Beyonce. Did we do another one?
I don't think so.
No.
I can't remember.
I don't.
No, that was last year.
Yeah.
Went to Adam Sandler.
Oh, we went
it
to
was
Adam
kind of a
Sandler.
concert. He sang.
That was really interesting. That was this year. I didn't put that on my list of things. So
I'll
today
add it.
we have a category. We have 5 of them. 5 different categories of our favorite things this year. And if you know me, I am terrible at choosing favorites, so I don't know why I chose to do my favorite things. So this list is just going to be a list of stuff we like this year. So we have movies, albums, TV shows, which I just realized I didn't watch. Like, as I was making this list, I didn't watch a ton of TV shows this year.
I feel like that's all I watched.
Yeah. And it's all from this year, which was hard because a lot of the music and stuff I listened to was from like the end of last year. And I couldn't add it because that's not what we're doing.
It's against the rules.
It's against the rules that I made. Magazine covers, we have that. Did I name them all?
Concerts.
Oh, and concerts. So, without further ado, I guess we'll start. And neither of us know how to approach this.
No.
So,
I say let's just start.
okay, I have movies first.
Okay, you go for it.
Okay. And some of them I just have 5, and some of them I have 13.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I got Barbie, Red, White, and Royal Blue, Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Which, did you see that? You haven't seen it yet?
No, I tried to watch it last night,
On
but
my Vudu,
Casey
but-
changed his password 57 days ago.
Yeah, well,
Can't
also,
remember.
if any of you were using my Vudu account, you are no longer using it. So, if you are ones that use it frequently, let me know and I'll give you the new password. But there was like 30 devices it was logged into, and it would kick me out saying there's too many. So, anyways, the Eras Tour movie, Renaissance, Wonka, Dungeons and Dragons, Super Mario Brothers, Little Mermaid, Haunted Mansion, and No Hard Feelings. Which this year, there's been so much that's gone on this year that I forgot some of the stuff came out this year.
It's felt long.
Yeah. What do you have?
I have 3 movies.
3?
I just added 1. I have Barbie, Wonka, and the Eras Tour movie. I feel like I didn't watch that many movies. I mean, I did, but I was.
Well, you can do like streaming movies too. Did you watch any? What about Strays?
real fast.
Okay,
Yeah, I
well,
only did 3. I don't know why. I feel like I watched more TV shows this year, maybe.
see, and I don't. I think I watched. I guess I forgot about American Horror Story, but I didn't finish watching it, so I didn't.
Oh,
have
I
it.
did.
Did you put it on there?
No. It wasn't, like, the best. I don't know. It wasn't bad. Like, I'm definitely waiting for it to, like, come back. But
We have a feeling, Kim, something happened.
yeah, because she won't talk
She
about
won't
it.
talk about it ever, which is interesting.
And it was just, like, a weird season, even, I felt like. She did good, but I was just...
Yeah, but she's going to be on another TV show. Did I tell you that?
She's like a lawyer?
She's like a lawyer,
Yeah.
a high profile divorce lawyer or something. I can't remember, but she's in her acting era.
Should we start with TV shows now?
Oh yeah, we can.
We basically just went over them. I put Survivor, The Curse, I Think You Should Leave, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Barry, Jury Duty, and Daisy Jones and the Six.
Oh yeah, so I don't know what half those are.
Well, The Curse is Emma Stone's new show, and that's actually pretty good.
Is that a TV show?
It's on Showtime.
Oh, okay.
I Think You Should Leave is like a funny show on Netflix.
I've heard of it.
It's good. You've probably seen clips. It's on TikTok.
Is it like a?
Skits.
Oh yeah. What's the what's the vampire show we started watching?
Oh, What We Do in the Shadows?
That show was funny, but I haven't seen enough of it to say it's on my list. I'm surprised you didn't put the Subway documentary on there. We watched. We love that.
Yeah. You did watch Jared from Subway. I don't even know what it's called.
I don't either. We were watching the Subway documentary as we were making friendship bracelets to take to our concert, and I don't even know if I brought mine because mine was so awful.
I have it still.
You have mine?
Yeah. Casey made one in the span of like 2 hours.
I did, and we kept dropping them.
Yeah.
We do not know how people made so many of them because it's literally impossible.
I know. I feel like we missed out on trading, but we got like a bracelet from someone at each concert, so that's nice.
Yeah, there's one girl that was handing out like even stickers of like songs and stuff. And I'm like, can I have one? She's like, sure.
I have nothing to give.
Yeah. Okay, my TV shows are Kardashians, Real Housewives of Salt Lake, Selling Sunset, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, I forgot about Selling Sunset. That was a good one, too.
Yeah, Chriselle was not having it with those
No,
ladies.
but I kind of liked her this season.
I did, but I feel like she's going to stop being on the show at some point.
Yeah. I think she's
Because
like...
she's in love. It just makes me so annoyed. Like, you can't do your job because you're in love. Like, okay. I like Chriselle, but she was not having any...
I think I like Emma the best. Mm-hmm. I don't know. She's just so cute. She's unproblematic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I saw her, I like a post somewhere. I think I just started following her. I always do that. I'm like, I'm not following this person. Like, why am I not doing that? But she was in London around the same time I was in Ireland, I think. So we basically saw each other.
You guys hung out?
Yeah.
You didn't even tell me?
I know. I thought it was funny when Chriselle, it was at the reunion, and she's like, I hate you, to that Nicole girl. And everyone's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. She's like, no, I think it's clearly obvious that we both hate each other. Like, it's not any secret. So, I started watching Selling the OC. And it's interesting. They're very full of themselves. I'm like, okay, you guys are not selling Sunset, so let's just drop it down a little bit. And there are so many, like, arrogant people on that show. It's good. I'll still watch it, but it's like... they think they're a lot better than they really are.
I quit watching it. I didn't like anyone on it that much.
I know there's not really one person I'm like dying to.
Yeah, and I definitely don't watch it for the twins, so the fact that they're in both seasons doesn't really...
Did you see they're getting sued?
Why?
Over some mansion sale that they
Oh my
had.
gosh.
They're getting sued.
No.
So, yeah. Stay tuned for that. That should be interesting. Yeah. What should we do next?
You choose.
Should we do... let's do songs.
Okay.
This is where I have 13.
Okay, you go.
Okay, What Was I Made For is probably my top song. I was actually listening to my top 100 songs of 23 before you guys got here. I'm like, I love it. I love it all. It's like it's curated for me.
Like, wow, this is really good.
Really good. I Remember Everything by Kacey Musgraves and Zach Bryan, which when I first heard that song, I didn't like it. I didn't not like it, but I just didn't give it the time of day. And then I listened to it again. I'm like, this song is
I actually listened
really
to it
good.
on the way down. I was like, okay, this is actually really good.
Yeah. Used to Be Young by Miley Cyrus. You're Losing Me by Taylor Swift. You're probably going to be surprised because I feel like you put some of Taylor's re-releases on there, did you?
Yeah, did you?
No.
You didn't?
No.
You don't like any of them?
I do, but I just don't think that's like fair.
Okay, then I'll take them off.
No, you can add them. I knew you would, which is why I didn't.
Yep.
Me and Katherine are very different.
Yeah, we are not alike at all.
Alone by Nicki Minaj and Kim Petras, which that song is like got crack in it, I swear. Flowers by Miley Cyrus. Greedy by Tate McRae. One of Your Girls by Troye Sivan. You by Miley Cyrus. Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo. Island by Miley Cyrus. To Love Someone by Benson Boone, which is new. That was like within a week.
Heard of it at all?
And now I'm obsessed with Benson Boone. He's like so talented. 12 Wrecking Ball and I Will Always Love You with Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton. And 13 is Houdini by Dua Lipa.
Wow.
Dua Lipa. So try and top that, Katherine.
Okay.
What do you have two?
No, I have quite a bit. I have Olivia Rodrigo, All American Bitch.
That's a good one.
Lana Del Rey, A&W Margaret. I put You're Losing Me by Taylor Swift. And then I just put 1989 Vault Tracks. Because honestly, they're all pretty good.
Did you know she was going to put Slut instead of Blank Space on the original? I'm like, I'm so glad you did not do that.
I know, but I really like
Slut
Slut.
is good, but it has no blank space.
I know. And then I put Dance the Night by Dua Lipa.
That's a good one.
And then I did $20 and Not Strong Enough by Boy Genius. And then I did Where Do We Go Now by Gracie Abrams. And then I put Rush by Troye Sivan. And I've Been Young by George Clanton. That's what Dalton wanted me to put on there.
Who's George Clanton?
He's not very popular, but he's really good. He's just like a smaller artist that does like 90s sounding music. It's actually really good. You'd probably like it. It's like really upbeat and like dancey. I'll play it for you one of these days.
Okay, yeah.
But honestly, I was shocked that we had like none of the same songs. Except for
You're
You're Losing Me.
Yeah.
But does that count? Because it came out what year?
No, it came out this year.
Oh,
I
it
made
did?
sure.
Okay.
Because I wanted to add like the Great War,
Oh,
but that came out last year. But this one, she gave it to us. Mm-hmm. Because what happened? Something happened, and she's like, for doing that for me, I'm gonna give you guys this vault or.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Because originally, I guess technically it did come out just on
Vinyl or CD? Was it CD?
or digital.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she gave it to us. What did we do? Like, we broke some record or something of hers. Was it for the movie?
Was it her birthday?
It might have been for her birthday.
I guess I could just pull up Instagram. Like, we're just,
That's
like,
true.
guessing.
She doesn't post that much,
Yeah.
so we can probably find it pretty quickly here.
Let me
Unless she
look.
did it on a story, because...
I'll go to Taylor Nation.
Oh, they'll have it. Oh, is that her team?
I
Or is
think
that
so.
I'm wondering if that started out as a fan account, and then they took the rights to it, because it had so many followers. They'll tell you.
I don't really know.
It might have been on a story.
Yeah.
But anyway, that song, it technically came out this year on streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. The vault tracks were good, though. I will say that. But she did it again, like she did with Fearless. She just dropped it and left.
I know. I thought there'd be at least, like, one music video.
Music video or something.
An interview. Mm-hmm. She's just so lazy. She just
So
should work
lazy.
harder.
It's kind of incredibly ridiculous how lazy she is. Apparently, to prepare for the tour, though, she ran on the treadmill and sang the entire concert through every day.
That's insane.
I'm like, that is commitment. And then I guess on her off days, she does absolutely nothing. She doesn't even get out of bed.
That's my kind of off day.
That's your normal day.
Yeah, it's me,
That's
like,
your work day.
working. That's me hanging out with friends.
Catherine's Be Real is like the same every single day.
I'm just working hard.
Yeah. Just taking care of people's money.
Yes.
Okay. We did songs now, right? Should we
Yeah.
did we do we did movies.
Yeah.
We did. Oh, we're almost done. I guess we do albums. Let's do albums.
Okay.
You go first this time.
Okay, I did 4 of them. I did Lana Del Rey, Did You Know There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Avenue? Boy Genius, The Record, Olivia Rodrigo, Guts, and I did Taylor Swift, 1989. Taylor's version.
I figured you would.
It's good!
No, it is good. I'm not saying it's not good, but...
But isn't it weird Speak Now came out this year? I didn't put anything from Speak Now.
Yeah. And I listened to Castles Crumbling. That's on my, like, sleeping playlist. I listen to.
So you listen to it a lot.
Did you know that Taylor sent her Hayley Williams song and she didn't like it? She did not like it, but she's like, this just isn't me. Mm-hmm. And she said, no, this song doesn't sound like me. And Taylor's like, okay, that's totally fine. And then she sent her Castles Crumbling. And then she's like,
really?
This song's me. She's like, it was just so crazy because I said no and I thought I would probably offend her, but she took the time to find a song that would suit me.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's our girl.
That's Taylor. That's Taylor for you. The Ocean Boulevard one, I thought that came out last year. No, I'm not saying you're wrong. This year,
I think it did come out this year. Yeah, 2023.
Yeah.
Almost took a whole album away.
Yeah, from your long list.
Yeah.
Okay, my albums are Endless Summer Vacation by Miley Cyrus, I love that album. Diamonds and Dance Floors by Ava Max. That's one that I forgot came out this year. Mm-hmm. The Barbie soundtrack.
That is good. That is a really good one.
Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. Something to Give Each Other by Troye Sivan. And Think Later by Tate McRae. And then I just added this because I've just started to like it. It's Pink Friday 2. When I first heard it, I'm like, this is not very good. I don't like it. But I've been listening to it more and more. And it actually is good. But I hate that, like, what was it, Super Freaky Girl is on there? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wasn't that popular last year? Yeah. I hate when they do that, these songs that have been out for a long time and then they add them to an album. I'm like, no, we want more. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal, but to me it is. I'm angry. I'm upset. So yeah, those are mine.
I feel like I didn't listen to a lot of new music this year. That's one of my goals for next year.
That's actually mine too, because it's weird how many songs I kind of listen to and I don't really care about them, and then I'll listen to them again like months later. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this is actually pretty good, and I like them. So I need to give things more of a chance. Plus, when I was looking through albums that came out this year, I'm like, I don't even know half this stuff. I know.
There's so much now, I feel like.
So, yeah. and I'm going to watch more TV shows and movies.
Me too.
I have 17 Cinemark credits, so
Oh my gosh.
I will be, I will be using those because there's a ton of movies coming out next year. I'm super excited.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
But there's like a lot of movies that came out this year that I didn't even see.
I know.
I can't even... like Aquaman just came out. I haven't seen that. The new one with Sydney Sweeney. I didn't see that. I didn't see Indiana Jones. I didn't see the Spider-Man. I haven't even seen the first Into the Spider-Verse movie, which people love, but I've been slacking, and obviously my TV shows. I haven't been keeping up on those. So, okay, now we're gonna do magazine covers. We'll end with concerts.
Okay.
And concerts, did you put those in order?
No.
I put those in order.
Okay.
So you might have to think on your feet.
I will. Okay,
Quick
you go
up on
first.
your rabbit. Magazine covers.
Yeah.
My first one, these are kind of in order too. Is Kim Kardashian on GQ just recently. Those pictures are amazing. I just love them so much. The Cheetos are interesting though.
Yeah.
I don't get
I kind of like it.
It's like
I
you
like
know
it's
she's
not
not
really
eating
her
those.
vibe. Yeah. But I liked it. I like that touch.
Yeah. Kylie Jenner on Interview Magazine. It's like with the alien.
Yeah. I just got that magazine from Kacey for my birthday.
No, that's Wall Street Journal.
Oh my god.
Can't believe you just said something like that. That's so embarrassing.
You need to edit that.
No, I gave her Wall Street Journal for her birthday, which is her talking about her new clothing line, Kai.
Oh.
Which, did I tell you, the What We Said Girls, the podcast I listened to, the one got sent some of her new stuff from Kai, and she's like, this stuff is really good. I'm like,
Really?
well, now I need that.
I know.
I just got Skims.
I wonder like how they don't compete with each other.
Yeah,
Because it's
that's
like
very
similar stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're probably the
think-
same things though. They're
Yeah.
probably pretty similar.
I think Kylie's might be a little less expensive.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I mean, not like a lot, but I think, because like one pair of joggers on Skims was like $90 or something, $100.
That's insane if you like really think about it.
Yeah, they are comfortable. So, yeah. Anyway, Taylor Swift on Time magazine. I think everyone's favorite is the one with the cat with Benjamin.
I like that one.
But
I like the one where she's looking off in the distance too. She looks so pretty.
Her eyes are like really vibrant there. But I like the guitar one too.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
Margot Robbie on Vogue for Barbie. It's like bright pink and it's like iconic. And then Wall Street Journal with Travis Kelce. And oh no, Georgie just asked if she's good. Oh my gosh, hang on. Who is this?
Have you heard
Well, that's my mom. When they pop up on my computer, they don't show my... Dylan's taking a picture and we both stop to post. It doesn't show the people that text. No, Georgie, you can take a shower with the pipes. Hang on.
What?
Sorry, I guess you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Georgie just texted me and said, I'm going to take a shower. Will it affect...
Oh, like the noise?
Like the noise.
Okay.
And then it dinged. So anyways, it's fine. You can take a shower, Georgie. I'll pause and tell her that. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Travis Kelce, Wall Street Journal, and then the last one is Martha Stewart on Sports Illustrated.
Oh, that was this year? That's insane.
Crazy, huh? I love Martha Stewart. I would freaking die for Martha Stewart. We went to her restaurant when we wwent to Taylor Swift.
And it was really
It
good.
was really good. They didn't like us very much because we weren't ordering alcohol, and they weren't very...
No.
They didn't care to either like come up and ask us for more stuff, but the potatoes are to die for.
And the pie.
The pie.
What was it? Key lime?
Key lime.
No lemon meringue?
Oh, it was lemon meringue. Hi, Georgie. That's Georgie again.
Egg salad? What did you say that for?
That's how we say excellent.
Oh.
We say egg salad
Okay.
instead of excellent. Yeah, those are my magazine covers. So
Okay. I'll talk about mine. I did Boy Genius on Rolling Stones. They did like Nirvana has like a photo shoot just like that, and
Oh,
that's what
really?
they were like doing. It's so cool. Taylor Swift with the cat on the
Benjamin.
Times. Oh, Benjamin, excuse me. Oh, and then I did Northwest on ID Magazine. I don't know, that's probably like my favorite one of the year. I don't know why. It's so cute. Oh yeah, and then
I have
That's
that
so
one.
good!
Yes, Jennifer Coolidge.
on W Magazine,
Yeah.
she's like, who is that even? That she's dressed up as like a superhero.
It looks like Power Rangers to
Is that
me.
what it is?
I don't know, but that's
Or
what it looks like. Or
Sailor
Powerpuff
Moon,
Girls.
maybe.
Oh, maybe, huh?
And then I also did Olivia Rodrigo on the face.
I've never even heard of that magazine.
Yeah, me neither, but I like it. So
I'm guessing you just found it.
it's a new one.
Okay. Those are my... there's tons more. I want to do a picture one day of or like a TikTok of all my magazines.
It's insane. They're everywhere too.
They're everywhere. On the table out in the living room, I have a long cocktail table, and it's got stacks of like Kim, Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, Katy Perry. Who else is on there? Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus. But it's like in each stack is my favorite magazines of theirs that they've been on. So there's so many I forget about them. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of them I haven't read. I used to read it because when I had that job at the call center, I would just read and sleep. They did not like me. But, yeah. Okay, now concerts.
Okay.
I did mine in order.
Okay.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
I'm going to do them backwards.
Okay.
Number 5 is BB Rexa, best effing night of my life. BB Rexa, I talked about her performing on Billboard Music Awards. You don't know? It would have been recently. She just performed on Billboard Music Awards, and it was one of the greatest performances I've ever seen in my entire life, you guys. You have to... It's like her singing I'm Good, but with a symphony. And the notes she hits is unbelievable. Like, that's my Roman Empire right now. I think about that. And I watch it, like, yesterday at work, I watched it 5 times.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's so good. But her concert was good, and it was fun. I had a little too much Grey Goose that night, and I basically was just jumping. That's what I do when I dance. I just jump around. My poor friends that had to take care of me that night. But Renaissance, that was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That, I don't know if it was just where we were sitting, but the bass. Do you remember that?
It was probably the loudest concert I think I've ever been to. Like my bones, like
Yeah,
my
you could feel
ribs, I could feel them rattling.
Seriously, the bass was so loud. We had good seats. We were like kind of on the floor. Not on the floor. We were in the lower bowl. But there was just a lot of things kind of obstructing, like chords and stuff. So seeing the movie was like 10 times better. But that was like last minute. Our friend Edgar asked, and then I kind of hijacked the trip and invited you and Dalton. And then we ended up just going down, and then some other friends were there, and they met up with us, and we stayed at the Excalibur, which
it was really nice.
I actually would stay there again. It was $25.
Yeah, I would too.
And we could walk to the stadium.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Like just walking across that bridge and you were there.
Yeah, because the stadium has terrible parking.
Mm-hmm.
Las Vegas has terrible traffic, and Ubers are expensive. That was actually fun. We were there for, what?
A night?
20 hours,
yeah.
maybe, if that. That was fun, though. That was, I had just posted my second episode on that trip.
Oh, yeah, you did. In the back seat.
In the back seat.
Because you said, I'll drive after I post this. That's cute.
Yeah, I know. That's when I couldn't find my pants, remember? We had to stuff out Lululemon and buy them. Okay, so Renaissance. Okay, Las Vegas Eras Tour. These were all good, but it's hard to kind of choose. But I think the Las Vegas Eras Tour was number 3 for me because it was like exciting to see.
It was so fun, and I'd never been in there, the Allegiant Stadium,
I hadn't
before.
Either. It's massive,
and we could get merch. Like we were at the front of the merch line, like getting drinks and food. Wasn't bad.
We were on the floor. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah, we had a special bracelet.
We're so much better than you guys. It was funny because I had other friends there, and they're like, I'll just come down and see you, and I'm like, sorry, I can't. I have to come to you because you don't have this bracelet that I have. And the merch sold out fast, though.
Yeah.
We were one of the first two. I hated it because she'd put those trucks out. And
the line was insane.
Yeah, and I think that should have been inside the gates.
I think so,
you should have had to show your ticket, and then when you're waiting outside, you could buy merch.
Or just put like a small amount out there so like scalpers aren't getting them all.
Right. Because who was it that was waiting in line and some lady brought an empty suitcase?
I think I saw that on TikTok
Did
too.
you?
Yeah.
Some lady brought an empty suitcase and filled it full of Taylor Swift merch and then left. She wasn't even going to the concert. Oh my god, it's so frustrating. So then when we got into our line, we did get stuff, but a lot of it was already sold out.
Yeah. Well, you're Isabel.
Thank you,
Isabel.
Hi, Isabel. She got Katherine
the coveted blue sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And that's like my favorite merch piece. That's like I wear it all the time.
I know. I got the muscle tee, and I actually love it.
tried to get me to get it. I was like, I think I'm okay. It's not my vibe.
TikTok of two girls, and they're like, they're like, when all the merch sells out, so you have to buy the muscle tees, and they're like standing there.
They're like tie-dye too.
Yeah. I love mine.
I think it's cute.
Yeah. Okay, number 2 is Katy Perry's Play.
Oh, I didn't even put that on
Katherine,
mine.
how could you not put that?
Oh my gosh.
It's not too late. That was just an iconic trip to begin with. And the fact that all those celebrities showed up and we were sitting where we were sitting. When I was actually buying the tickets, I'm like, oh, should I try and get better ones? Or because we were at the very last row. And I'm like, no, these will be okay. These will be fine. I'm glad I stuck with those ones because literally, like, Orlando Bloom was standing right behind us, like, through most of the night. And the royalty was behind us. Celine Dion, Cameron Diaz, Zoe Saldana, like, so many famous people. And it was her last show of Play, her Vegas residency, and it was just fun. It was a fun trip.
I know.
And our friend Jackson went with us, and Angelina, and we stayed at Jackson's uncle's house, which was like
so nice.
So nice. It's like a resort. Like, we posted pictures outside by the pool, and people were like, "What resort are you at?" We're like, "We're not. We're just at our summer home." But it was super nice. And
they're super nice people,
they were really
too.
nice.
Like, I was like, I feel so annoying, like, showing up, but they were just, like, so welcoming.
They ordered us pizza and was ready when we got there.
Yeah, it was so
making
sweet.
us drinks and
like, heating up the hot tub. Like, okay, if you guys get home, the hot tub will be hot. I'm like, that is just so nice.
yeah, it was fun.
I think that's, like, my favorite Vegas trip this year. Like, it was just perfect. Like, the perfect amount of time.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, I think so, too. That's what I was thinking. So, yeah. And then we ate at that one restaurant. That was really good. At the Paris, too. It's kind of by Martha Stewart's restaurant. What was it called? Mon Ami something? Gabby? Mon Ami Gabby. It's like a French restaurant, but that was delicious. And we had pasta. I didn't know French people made pasta.
Now you know.
Now I know.
It was good.
The more you know. It was really
I
good.
think it had steak and fries.
And it wasn't even that expensive.
No, it wasn't, like, at all.
I think my meal was like $30.
I think that's, like, how much Dalton and I spent, too.
Yeah. Okay, my number 1 is the Eras Tour in Seattle, and that is where we were front row. And that trip was fun, too, because it was us 3. We stayed in that the tiniest hotel room I've ever seen in Pendleton, Oregon. It was so small, and then we waited at that restaurant. Oh, that was so annoying. We went to go get breakfast, and it wasn't even busy.
No. But it was like a bar, we found out. We, like, got in there, and people, like, day drinking at the bar, which is fine, but it just felt weird because I thought we were getting brunch.
Was 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And the lady's like, just so you know, it's going to be a long wait. We're like, okay. And, like, then she's kind of being, like, rude to us. And we didn't dare leave. We should have just left.
I know.
Because we were there for almost 2 hours.
I know. And the food was fine.
The food was okay. It was on paper plates, though.
Yeah. Not like styrofoam, not even paper.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. And then we went to Seattle. We drove the rest of the way the next day and stayed kind of far away, but it was actually a nice area. And it was perfect because it was the Barbie weekend. And I literally could just walk down the street to the theater and watch Barbie. I saw Barbie and Taylor Swift on the same day.
Oh, that's perfect.
Like the perfect.
This is what Kacey said. He's like, I wish Taylor Swift would talk during concerts. Like, hey, have you guys seen the Barbie movie?
Yes. She sticks to a regimen, and I hate when artists do that. I like when they talk to the crowd. And like,
I do too.
Like Taylor does, but it's kind of basically the same thing over and over. But it's just fun to see, like, their personality and when they talk to you and stuff like that. But it would have been perfect. It was Barbie weekend. She should have said it. But I remember when we were walking to the stadium, and the baseball stadium was right next to, or the baseball field was right next to the football stadium, and the baseball game was getting out as Taylor Swift people were lining up, and it was like mass chaos. It was like all these drunk people, like, yeah, Taylor Swift, like, and then all these people in like bright pink and like pastel colors and like mixing together.
It was so fun.
We parked in that sketchy parking lot for $80.
I know, and it still felt pretty far.
Yeah,
like,
it was pretty far away.
It was so fun.
It
all worked out. The walk back felt so much quicker, but the walk there, I was like, when are we gonna get there?
Yeah. And remember that girl asked us, they're like, do you know where this train goes? I'm like,
yeah.
I don't. Sorry.
Like, where's this train at? I'm like, I could not even guess.
That was a good trip, though, because it was warm and sunny.
But it wasn't, like, too hot or humid.
No.
It was so fun.
It was really fun. And that's when we created the earthquake.
Oh, yeah, the Swift
quake. The Swift quake. And, that was so good.
I know.
What were our surprise songs? No, it's the one from the Tied Together with a Smile.
Yeah, and then
And-
there was one from Red.
Was there?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe we're not Swifties.
I know. I just remember in Vegas we had White Horse,
White Horse and Cowboy Like Me. Those were
and that
good ones.
is perfect.
Yeah, because that's when Marcus Mumford came out
Yes.
on stage and performed
Message in a Bottle.
Message in a Bottle.
That's from Red, isn't it? Or no?
It's Red
Vault,
Track.
yeah.
Yeah. Which I like that one too.
Yeah, but I wanted some.
I wanted The Great War. I wanted Back to December. I wanted...
I wanted peace.
Katherine really wanted peace. She just wanted peace so bad.
That was my song of the year.
I'm so glad she's saying My Tears Ricochet. When that song changes to that, like, my soul leaves my body. I just love that song so much.
I loved when like Haim came out. Like that was just such like a fun moment. Like all of them, like they just look like they're having fun and like hanging out. It was so cute.
Do you remember the Haim concert we went to?
Yes. Casey had to watch the cooler.
Oh my gosh! So we went to this place. It's like
It's a garden.
it's a garden. You usually just kind of sit on the grass and like watch a show or whatever. But obviously, at this concert was Haim, and everyone wanted to jump and sing and dance. And these guys brought their cooler, and they were so drunk, and they were like dancing and screaming. And we were at the very front, and I was like so worried the whole night about this cooler because I'm like, people are gonna trip on it, people are gonna steal it. Like, what's gonna happen? And there was a point where they got off the stage and were like shaking people's hands or high-fiving people, and I'm like, oh no. And I just look behind me and people are shoving up to the front, and I'm trying not to trip over the cooler, and I'm trying to like hold on to it. And then we're leaving, and they're like, did you have fun? I'm like, yeah, I had a lot of fun, but I was so stressed about that cooler. And they're like, what cooler? I'm like, I hate you guys. You're the ones that brought it, and you didn't even think about it. It was a fun concert, but
it was fun.
it's just so funny what I was worried about versus what you guys were worried about.
Just different priorities. I just wanted to have fun. Casey was dragging me down.
I know. Silly me. So, okay, you go.
Okay. I'm trying to decide an order right now. But okay.
Katherine, let's just get this. Katherine goes to smaller concerts.
But these ones are actually pretty big, I
Oh,
think,
okay,
right?
this time.
Okay.
What did you say to me one time? Oh, she's like, you should work at StubHub. I'm like, why? She's like, because you get a discount on concerts, and like, you go to expensive concerts. You should work there.
They're expensive now.
They are, but
I think if the fees didn't exist, I wouldn't care.
stupid fees.
I know. Okay. So I went to Hozier this year, and that was really good. I think he's like...
I forgot you went there.
I know.
Yeah.
That was recent. That was
Yeah.
in October.
Yeah.
I feel like he's so humble. Like, he's just so sweet. Like, people would be cheering and be like, kind of shy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll do Beyonce, the Renaissance. That was a really good one. It was so fun. I went to the 1975. I know we're not supposed to like Maddie Healy, but guilty. And then Seattle. Taylor Swift is number one. It was just fun. It was just like a good time.
Really good trip.
We looked cute. We had fun. People around us
our
were
outfits were
super
good.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went to the Museum of Pop Culture. That was really fun.
I know. That was perfect. Like,
Yeah.
it's just us. Like, it was so fun.
Yeah. So, I can't believe you didn't put Katy Perry.
I know. Katy Perry would actually probably be on there. I kind of forgot. Honestly, like,
Well, it happened recently, so
Yeah.
it's like...
I don't know. Katy Perry was fun. I was so distracted by the people behind me. I feel like I barely watched the concert. Like, I have no concert video. And, like, you couldn't leave your seat because
No,
there was, like,
'cause-
security.
Yeah, you couldn't... You'd have to, like, walk all the way down to the front of the stage and go out the side.
And I didn't buy water, and I, like, have to have water with me at all times, so I was, like, swallowing my spit the entire time.
Stay
And there's, like, security
You're
right
recycling.
behind. I know. But that one was really fun.
That was a fun trip.
Yeah.
That was a busy... So, that night was Doja Cat, Katy Perry...
You too.
U2 at the Sphere, and then they were getting ready for that race,
Oh, yeah.
and then it was BravoCon, so the Real Housewives were all there.
I know. We thought we'd maybe
We thought we'd see them because we were at the hotel they were at, and all their trucks were out front, like their vans or whatever, ready. Like they were on too, so it looked like they were gonna get ready to leave soon. So we kind of waited there, but we didn't see them. But it was a fun trip. So, yeah. Well, guys, there's our favorites of 2023. Sorry, it's kind of scattered, but
I hope you guys feel better knowing what we like.
no, yeah, you get a sense of what it's like to be us. I'm excited this year because a lot of movies are coming out.
Yeah.
Rihanna's coming out with music, apparently. Oh, the Super Bowl is this year, too.
Oh, yeah.
And Rihanna. Oh, it's every year. Guys, did you know the Super Bowl was this year? Rihanna's coming out with music. Billie Eilish, Katy Perry, supposedly Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, Dua Lipa. There's a whole list of people that I saw. Cardi B, I think, is coming out with the music. So it's gonna be a good year. And I will step it up with my movies and my TV show watching. So, yeah. I guess that's where we'll leave it.
Bye.
I never know how to end
I
these.
know.
Should we harmonize it?
Okay, tell me what. What do you mean though?
I don't know.
What does harmonizing mean?
Like sing it.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.